Guess what? For all the money and military might, America's longest war ever might not leave Afghanistan much better off. Maybe that's because the White House didn't really do its homework. I'm Dina, and these are 4 lessons the U.S. didn't learn in Afghanistan. Back in 2001, then U.S. President George W. Bush said America would overthrow the Taliban for harboring al-Qaeda. But tens of thousands of lives and billions of dollars later, the Taliban is still in Afghanistan. The former commander of U.S. forces in Iraq told Congress back in March that al-Qaeda, the Taliban, and other insurgencies were actually expanding. More Taliban attacks led to more civilian casualties in 2013, which begs the question, will the war ever really end? Former President Hamid Karzai was America's guy in Afghanistan. The CIA gave Karzai bags of cash for more than a decade, millions delivered directly to the presidential palace. But that didn't stop him from publicly saying he'd support Pakistan if it fought the US, or from freeing suspected Taliban prisoners, or from getting rid of officials America backed, prompting one New York Times reporter to hand it to Karzai. He apparently couldn't be bought. So that after years of corruption, skyrocketing opium production, and one shady re-election later, American officials didn't seem too sad to see their guy go. The U.S. has pumped more than $100 billion into Afghanistan for reconstruction since 2002. But a report from a U.S. special inspector found that a lot of times no one was keeping good track of the money, and that Afghanistan has schools built so badly they are in danger of collapsing, clinics with no doctors or medical supplies, police and army barracks that are not fit to use, and roads that are disintegrating for lack of maintenance. And despite tons of money thrown at energy projects, just 1/3 of Afghans are connected to a power grid. That's one of the lowest percentages in the world. So where did all the money go? The U.S. Special Inspector says a lot of it lined other people's pockets, leaving regular Afghans not just in the dark, but in the cold. And with $20 billion left in the aid pipeline, America seems set to repeat old mistakes. The CIA's drone program has been a big part of the U.S. war in Afghanistan. Problem is, strikes often claim the lives of Afghan civilians. The UN says 19 drone strikes killed 45 civilians in 2013, a 300% increase from the year before. The thing about these stats, though, is that the U.S. considers any male of military age in a strike zone a combatant and not a civilian, so the numbers could actually be higher. Retired U.S. General Stanley McChrystal, who led America's troops in 2009, admitted that drones may not be the best strategy. So those were 4 lessons the U.S. didn't learn in Afghanistan. Will Washington study up in the future? What do you think? Want more? Download the AJ Plus mobile app and join the conversation. Available in your app store now.